What is going on, warriors of Tamaris and Belleron? Welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we're gonna check out the 10 different talent skills of all the 10 war pets currently available in the game. We are then gonna be pairing those talents with the best pairs that we have in the game right now. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more content, turn on the bell notification and never miss out. Like the video, share it with your friends, drop some comments down below. Without wasting any more time, let's get this video started. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, before we get into the pet talent skills, let's talk about something first. I would not recommend that you invest in war pets based on tier list. It is the wrong way of building your war pet. You can use heroes in a tier list, but you cannot use war pets in a tier list. When it comes to your heroes, their skills are permanent. There is nothing you can do about it. Therefore, you can easily put them in a tier list. Now, when it comes to your war pets, the war pets can be built in a different way. Now, each war pet can have like up to 8 different skills that you can manipulate by yourself. Therefore, you cannot really put any war pet in a tier list and say this one is better than the other one, because you can develop each war pet in a different way and make it one class above anything else. With that out of the way, let us get this video started, and we're gonna begin with the Ice Lizard. This is hands down the best magic war pet in the game. We're gonna start off with the rage skill for the Ice Lizard. It's called the ICECORE. Now, summon Ice Orbs that follow the target legion whenever a hero casts a rage skill. Ice Orbs deal continuous damage to up to 1 nearby enemy legion for 3 seconds. Now, you're going to be doing 30 damage factor for 3 seconds, which adds up to like 90 damage factor. It doesn't even end there. Now, it says damaged legions are frozen. March speed minus 15% for 3 seconds. Now, when you trigger this ability, you are going to bring Velin to life. So let's go to the hero section and then see what Velin can do. If you have an awakened Velin, the Ice Lizard becomes the best magic war pet in the game. So the awakening skill for Velin says, when casting a rage skill on a target that is frozen, Velin deals additional hero skill damage. Magic damage factor 400. You guys see that? The Ice Lizard is gonna freeze the opponent and make Velin do that 400 damage factor, which is just awesome. Now, previously you would pair Mr. Walter and then Velin, because Walter could freeze the opponent and then Velin would come in and do his awakening skill. But right now you don't need that anymore. You can put Walter and Lilia with the Ice Lizard and your mission is complete. Now, at the end of the season, you can visit the Anointed Artifact Compendium and then get the Split ICECORE, which is going to add another target. I don't know how much damage this lizard is gonna do. It's just going to be crazy. 30 damage factor to 2 different targets every second for 3 seconds. But it doesn't end there, guys. You can add this follow-up ability, which is going to double the amount of damage you do with your ICECORE. So with this ability, you'll be doing the ICECORE for like 6 seconds straight, because the first time you do it is 3 seconds. And then when you put the follow-up, another 3 seconds, that is 6 seconds that the enemy is frozen. And Velin can then trigger this ability with your awakened Lilia. And if you have the brand new legendary skin with your Celestials, you are going to be doing a lot of damage in the open field. It is going to be crazy. Our next war pet on the list is going to be the Sapphire FAEDRAKE. Now, this is an awesome mage war pet that can do damage to 2 legions. He is awesome. You can use this war pet with any magic march in the game, provided that you don't have awakened Velin. If you have awakened Velin, the Ice Lizard is the way to go. It does way too much damage. Now, the Sapphire FRAEDRAKE is also good. Use this with any hero pairing you have in the game for your mages. If you don't have awakened Velin, it is gonna work well. And at the end of the season, you can add the Split PAINBLOOM to increase another target. I think that's going to be very, very good for you. You know what? Let me just go and show you the split items from the end of the season. Artifact Compendium. We go to the season, go to season rewards, hit this thing right here, and you're gonna see. So this one right here is the Split PAINBLOOM. PAINBLOOM hits more enemy legions. You see, you can add another target. Where is the Split ICECORE? Ice Orbs hit more enemy legions with every 160 points of spirit. So this is something that you can pick up at the end of the season, and you will be doing a lot of damage in the field. Now we're gonna keep this pushing. Our next pet on the list will be the Thunder Lizard right here. Now this Thunder Lizard, I don't know much about this lizard. This is the skill of the lizard. It says deals damage to the target legion. Damage type, war pet, skill damage, damage factor 48. I think this is the wicked lizard, the weakest lizard among the 3 mage lizards we have in the game right now. So the first one would be the ice lizard, then you gotta go with the sapphire FAEDRAKE, and then you can try the thunder lizard if you want. Maybe in the near future they are going to be adding the new mage marches who can manipulate thunder, if that is a thing. So let's just wait and see what happens. But you can still use the thunder lizard with any magic pairing that you have in the game. It is gonna work well for you. Sand lizard, the best universal war pet in the game. It is classified as a magic war pet. However, you can use this war pet with any troop type in the game. Now the talent skill of the sand lizard is going to work for any troop type in the game. Your legion heals up to 4 of your nearby friendly legions every 6 seconds while in battle, which is just awesome. If you don't know where to begin with your war pets, just use the sand lizard with any of your marches and it's going to work well. As always, go for 1-star sand lizard and you're gonna be good to go. Now with the sand lizard, there is another skill here that can make the sand lizard to heal itself alone. It is called the self-heal stone aura. It's going to remove the ability for this lizard to heal 4 heroes and just heal itself, and it's going to heal a lot more, which is why this is one of the best universal lizard in the game. Now I personally plan on building 2 different sand lizard. I will be building one for the physical units and another one for the magic units, and then I'll just keep changing just to see if this lizard is very good to help me defeat my enemies in the open field. Therefore, the #1 universal war pet is the sand lizard. You can use this one with any march you have in the game. Venomous lizard, another fantastic physical war pet in the game. Now most of the physical pairings in the game are always targeted in the open field. You have your archers who just get targeted a lot. You can use the infection from this sand lizard. You have the infantry who are targeted a lot. You can use the infection for your infantry. You also have the cavalry who are targeted a lot. This infection is going to work very well for you. It is one of the must-have war pets in the game. The good thing is you can build this war pet and just keep switching it among all the physical units that you have in the game, which just makes it awesome. It is one of the best pets to invest in right now. Now it says 12% chance to inflict poison on an attacker when your legion is hit by a normal attack, dealing damage every second for 3 seconds. Can be triggered once every 1 second. Now imagine all those targets hitting your hero and then you just trigger this. You're going to be doing a lot of damage to them. Now I plan on building one of this war pet for my Syndrion and Freygar because they get targeted a lot in the open field. And I'm also going to build another one for Madeline and Nika because they also get targeted a lot in the field. Now don't forget about the sand lizard as well. The sand lizard is also another universal war pet. You can build the sand lizard in the physical direction and the magical direction, but with this infection venomous lizard, you can only build it in the physical direction. One of the must-have war pets in the game for your physical units. Next war pet on the list is going to be the Golden Rock. The Golden Rock is going to be probably the best war pet for all the cavalry heroes in the game. Now the talent skill says grants your legion passion, rage accumulation speed of +5% for 5 seconds. If legion already has passion, deals damage to the target legion, damage factor 35 at 0 stars. This is the war pet you use with most cavalry heroes that have passion in the game. Emrys has passion, Bakshi has passion, Alistair has passion. This is the war pet to use with the cavalry heroes that I have mentioned. On the contrary, you can also use this war pet with all the different heroes you have in the game. The main reason is you want to benefit from this plus 5% rage accumulation for 5 seconds. Just test it out with all your marches, even the mage marches, and see how this plus 5% rage accumulation is going to help you. Now, another reason why I say you shouldn't invest in war pets based on tier list, you could find that this war pet mixed with a lot of magic skills that you put here will give you a very good value in the open field. Therefore, you shouldn't be following war pet tier list to build your war pet. You can build your war pet in a different way and make it one class above everything else. Now, getting back to this one, this is the war pet you can use with all your cavalry heroes. I don't think it's going to work for Forondil and Theodore because those heroes do not have passion. However, you can benefit from the plus 5% rage accumulation speed. Let us check out the BERSERK FAEDRAKE in the Call of Dragons. This is another war pet that works well with debuffs. However, this war pet is designed for Forondil and Theodore. Let's check out the talent skill. It says each debuff effect inflicted on an enemy legion grants 1 stack of fierce mark. Now you can use this war pet with any hero in the game that has a debuff. Hinara Awakening has a debuff. Forondil Awakening has a debuff. Forondil Rage skill is a debuff. Theodore Rage skill is a debuff. Hinara Rage skill is a debuff. Nika Rage skill is a debuff. All of those heroes can benefit from the Arrogance talent skill of this war pet. Now to keep it pushing, Inflicting Cowardice grants an extra 2 stacks, maximum 9 stacks. Now if you have Forondil, this is the way to go because you will be inflicting cowardice a lot of the time and you're going to be getting a lot of stacks. Now all stacks of fierce mark are consumed 2 seconds after your deputy casts rage skill, dealing damage to the target. Damage type, war pet skill damage, damage factor, fierce mark stacks x9. I have no clue how this one works. When I figure it out, I'm gonna let you guys know. However, this is the war pet you can use with any hero in the game that can put a debuff. You can also use this war pet with Sindrion and Freygar. When you look at Freygar, she also has a debuff on one of her skills. Where is Freygar? She's right here. And skill number 4 known as the Falconeer Charge. It says reduce the target legion's rage accumulation speed by 14% for 5 seconds. So this should trigger the arrogance of the BERSERK FAEDRAKE in the game. So another pet that you can use with Sindrion and Freygar if you don't know where to begin. Next on the list we have what we call the Snow Peak Rock. This pet is kind of unique. It works with a defense break. Let us go over the talent skills and see what makes it so awesome. Legion physical attack of 0.6% is going to work for any physical pairing that you use. And then it says 30% chance to deal damage to the target legion when inflicting defense break. Now the damage factor is going to be 36, which is a war pet skill damage. Now this is a war pet that's going to work with all your heroes that can do a defense break. If you have a Kinara and a Nico, this is the way to go. So let us see the heroes that can do defense break. The number 1 is going to be Nico. His rage skill minus 15%. Kinara also does defense break. Her awakening skill minus 20% defense. And then you have the Forondil, who also has a defense break with the cowardice. So that war pet is also going to work with Forondil if you have him awakened. So that is the Snow Peak Rock in the game. It's a war pet that can do damage with a defense break. It is quite unique. Next on the list is going to be the FROSTBEAR. This is a war pet that works with heroes that have shields. There is nothing special to it, so let's see what the talent skill says. Legion gains primitive strike upon gaining a shield. 40% chance to deal damage to the target legion on being hit by a normal attack for 5 seconds. Now the damage factor, shield factor times 1.6% at 1 star. No clue how that works. When I figure it out, I'm gonna be making a video to let you guys know. And in the near future, I will be making individual video for each one of these war pet, showing you what skills you should put on them to make them the best of the best. So this is the Frost Armor, any hero that has a shield. So who can you use this Frost Armor with? You can use Madeline with anybody. So Madeline, Nika, Madeline, Garwood. You can use Thea, Nika, Thea with anybody. This artifact, this war pet is going to work well for you. I think Ileana also has a shield that you can use with this war pet. Now, if you have this war pet with the frost armor and you don't have a hero that can use a shield, you can add this skill right here known as the Heart Wall. 10% chance to grant Legion a shield every second. So when you have this thing is going to come to life, and if someone hits you, you're gonna do damage back to them. I don't think this one is going to do a lot of damage, which is why I would recommend you rather focus on the Venomous Lizard. This is the way to go for most of the physical heroes in the game. They get targeted a lot and you can do damage back to all the enemies. This is one of the war pets you should focus on and build. You can switch them between all your physical heroes and get very good value. The last war pet of the video is going to be the STRIPEBEAR. Now this war pet currently only works with one hero, I think, and that is Mr. Garwood. Every time your Legion is healed by a hero skill, it gains Vigor, HP bonus for 5 seconds. Every 100 healing factor increases Vigor's effect by 0.16%. So this is the war pet that you can use with the Garwood. If you're going to be tanking with Garwood, this is what you gotta go with. Now, if you're having Madeline as a primary, you can use the STRIPEBEAR with the frost armor. If you have Garwood, you can also put the friendship. Depends which one you want to use. It's going to be up to you. Now, you can also use the universal sand lizard, who works with pretty much any troop type in the game. You can also decide to use the venomous lizard with your physical units for your tanking heroes. It is going to work very well for you. Now for this video, I just showed you guys the talent skills of all the 10 war pets currently available and all the different pairs that you can use them with. In the near future, I will be making a video talking in details about each war pet and what skills to give them. Now this one right here, I haven't built it. I'm gonna decide what skill I need to add on it. I will be making guide for each one of these war pets. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris and Belleron, let me do a quick summary. I may have been talking a lot and you didn't pay attention. So let me do a quick summary to summarize everything. You can skip to this video, to this portion, and then see the summary. We start off with this Berserk FAEDRAKE. This is the pet for Mr. Forondil and Theodore. It is the best pet for that pairing. And then we go to the Sand Lizard. It's a universal war pet that you can use with any pairings in the game. You can build it in the physical direction. You can build it in the magic direction. It doesn't matter. And then we have the Snowpeak Rock. This is a pet for all heroes that can do defense break. Now you can use this with Kinara Nico. You can use it with Forondil if you awaken him. And then we gotta go to the STRIPEBEAR. STRIPEBEAR is a war pet that has a shield. You can use it with Madeline and Nika. You can use it with Mrs. Thea. You can also use it with Ileana. And then we have the SAPHIRE FAEDRAKE. This is a war pet that you can use with all the mages in the game. It doesn't really matter. And then we have the Ice Lizard. This is the best magic war pet in the game. I think it deals the most damage as of right now. You can use this with Awakened Verlin. If you have Awakened Verlin, this is the way to go. Minus 15% march speed is awesome for the open field. And then we have the Golden Rock. If you have Bakshi and Emrys, this is the war pet for you. If you have Alistair, this is something that you can use. On the other hand, you can use this war pet with any marches in the game, provided you want to get the plus 5% rage accumulation speed. And then we have the Venomous Lizard. The Venomous Lizard is a universal physical war pet. Use this with any physical march you have in the game. Build a few of them and then send your marches to the open field. When they get targeted, you get good value. We have the Thunder Lizard. Thunder Lizard is another magic war pet you can use with any mage march in the game. It doesn't really matter. And then we have the STRIPEBEAR. This is the war pet for Mr. Garwood in the game. And that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more war pet videos. If you're new here, turn on that bell notification. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.